Alright, guys. So I was watching one of your games, like I always do, and gotta say, there's some stuff we gotta talk about, because I'm not happy with this game. This game, you know, very, very sad face. So it actually starts out pretty well, where you guys just get first blood for free on the Viper, right? And then you guys get second blood, somehow, top. So, like, we got, like, the roaming gang squad of Sniper Venge before 0 minutes, just fucking running around the map killing everyone. I mean, I guess that's a thing sometimes, but I've definitely never seen it before. But hey, it works. Good shit. You get the Ursa as well, because he just thought he could just stand there. Um, so, yeah, nice. You got a good start. Things looking good, okay? But then, like, immediately things start to go bad. Okay? And I'm focusing a little bit on Matt. I'm gonna be a bit mean to Matt in this little analysis, but like, this is not just a Matt thing. It happens to be him this time. Okay, so don't think I'm just here to make fun of Matt. I'm here to make fun of all of you. All right, I'm gonna make fun of Richard a bit too, because he, like, some shit happens to me that I don't like, but we're gonna focus mostly on Matt. All right, so so what's the first thing we gotta notice about this lane? We are Matt. Okay, we're Wraith King in this lane. All right, this is a Veno Viper lane. Okay, what does that tell us? That tells us that this lane is gonna fuck us up. We are two melee heroes. Okay, this is like a griefing lane. Their whole thing as a lane is to grief you. They're like gonna fuck you from, they're gonna fuck you up so you can't get last hits. You can't stay in this lane. All right, you need to know this, and it's fucking obvious, right? Like, you're gonna die like 3 or 4 times in this lane because it's fucking Veno Viper, right? So, I mean, even if you don't know that before the lane starts, which you should, but even if you don't, it becomes obvious very quickly, okay? So, like, immediately as soon as you see that this is their lane, you're thinking, like, I need to get the fuck out of this lane as soon as I possibly can, right? So what does that mean? That means I need to, like, get into jungle. So my thinking process, the thought process you need to go down is, okay, this is their lane. Their lane is just going to grief me. I want to get out of this lane as fast as I can and go to the jungle. So what do I need to do? I need to buy an item that lets me get into the jungle as fast as possible, as soon as possible. And I need to get, a skill build that'll help me get jungle faster, right? Because this lane is like fucked, okay? Level 1, you're going to be fine, but like starting at level 2, level 3, you just can't lane here. You're going to get nothing out of this lane, all right? So that's like where your head should be at this point. You look at this, you see this, you're like, I need to go in the jungle, all right? What I need to build to get in the jungle, what skills do I need? That means I'm not maxing stun, which he didn't max stun, so that's good. But you should be maxing skeletons, lifesteal, right? Because then you get skeletons, then you can jungle faster. And you get a point in mortal strike, you get 1 in stun, just because you might need it. All right. So you're like focusing these 2 skills. All right. So let's go. Let's see here how this lane goes. Okay. Now, Veno Viper. I don't expect this lane to go good. I don't. I like it. If you win this lane, that's because they're garbage, right? So, like, I don't expect you to win this lane. That last hit, I expect you to get that last hit, though. That was a free last hit. When you're in a lane like this, dude, every fucking last hit is so important, because the more last hits you get, the faster you get your gold, the faster you can get the fuck out, right? The faster you can leave this fucking dog shit lane, right? Missing this last hit right here is you're griefing yourself. You're griefing yourself so hard. Okay, they're important. Oh my god, they're important. All right, these last hits are important. Okay, please get every last hit. You guys don't understand how, like, sad I am when I see this stuff. Okay, no big deal. All right, wait, we got to talk about one other thing too. By the way, this double ring of regen, this is nice when you can, like, fight people. You're like, oh, I'm going to trade my health, and then I'm going to back up, and I have 2 rings of regen. I'm going to regen back up, and then I'm going to go trade my health again. You can't do that against these two. If you go, like, once they're level 2, if you go fucking close to them, you die. You die. 2 ring of regens don't help you. You need to get either more tangos and salves to give to your Wraith King, because he's going to get harassed a lot in this lane, or you need to get, like, health or something to, like, help survive against this combo, right? Ring of Regen, don't do shit. You can't trade. You cannot trade against these guys. They will fuck you up. You are 2 melees against a Veno and a Viper. Trading is not happening, alright? Now, I know you didn't, you bought these before you knew what you're laning against, but if you look at this, it should be pretty obvious that it's either going to be, Veno and Alchemist or Veno and Viper. So, like, either way, this is not great. Because Veno is really hard to trade against, even on his own. I would have said get, like, 1 ring of regen, and then, like, this should have been tangos and a salve and whatever, and then after you see, like, oh, it's not it's not the Viper here, the Viper's mid, then I can get my 2nd ring of regen, okay? But whatever, this is a small deal. I'm not too worried about that, but, you know, just trying to think about it. Nah, yes, thank you, very good. Good job, Mark. What? Oh, no, okay. Look at this. Let me talk about this, okay? Now, here, as Wraith King, you kind of have to look at this situation that's going on right here and think like, okay, he wants to get this deny, right? But what's going to happen? Let's say he runs all the way up here, he gets this deny. Now he's got 2 creeps and 2 heroes. What, are they going to ignore you if you go here? No, they're all going to hit you. They're all going to hit you. They're going to cap. I don't know if they have any spells yet, but yeah, okay. They're just going to click you, right? You're going to take so much damage that even if you get this deny, you're trading at least half your health for it. Probably more. Okay? It's just not worth it. You don't even get this deny because you're too far away. You mean, kind of make them fuck up their lives that the Viper backs up. But if this Viper's not very good, I'm going to tell you that right away. Fucking phone. 1 second, boys. Right. So this whole situation, right? You got to be thinking to yourself, what happens if I go for this deny? Right? I'm going to lose half my health because these 2 guys, they're going to click on me. Why the fuck wouldn't they? Right? This Viper, you know, he's not very good. I can tell just by watching him play. But like if he was good, he'd be standing like up here somewhere. Like he'd be ready to click on you. He backs up. I don't know why the fuck he backs up. I don't know what he's so scared about, but there you go. And now you're just going to take a whole bunch of damage just for no reason because you wanted this deny. You got to do this math in your head, right? You have to look at this situation and be like, all right, if I walk here, I get this last hit, you know, is that worth it? Is that worth my time? No, it's not. Absolutely not. You should just back up, just wait for this lane to push in, okay? You want to be close enough that if they start, like, hitting this guy, like, if we back up a little, yeah. So you want to be close enough that if they start, like, aggressively denying this guy, maybe you can just run in and yoink it. But they don't do that. You don't need to be here. You could have been here, and, like, you would have had time, okay? So that's just, you know, they kind of didn't really take advantage of that as much as they should have. Like, if they were better players, they'd have fucked you up a bit more. But hey, you lost a bit of health for no reason. That's the important point. Okay, right here. I've, you know, spoiler alert, I've watched, like, maybe the first 5 minutes of this game so far. So, we're gonna, like, okay. There's a lot of stuff going on here that we gotta talk about, okay? Alright. So the first thing we gotta notice is, like, you guys decide to take a fight here. And I don't really understand why. Alright? So let's kind of look at what's going on here. We decide, alright, we want to fight. We want to stun this, the Venom. No, sorry, the Viper. Okay? Now, Matt here is at half health, okay? But that's not that big of a deal, because in theory you can burst him down, but, like, look at this. I want you to look here. This is what you guys should be looking at before you make these decisions. Down here. Okay? You see that? You see this? See this? This is your XP bar. This little thing right here. This little circle. Look how close it is. Look how close you are to level 2. See this? You see this? I think we can... I think there's a way to... how do you... oh, there we go. 227 out of 230. You see this? So when you make this decision, when you're like, oh, we want to go... I want to go on them, right? I'm Matt. And I'm thinking, I want to go on this guy. The very first thing I should do is just quickly just look down here. Very quickly. It takes like half a second. You just look down here. And then you should see this, right? And you're like, oh, I'm fucking this close to level 2? Maybe we don't go here. Maybe we wait for one more creep to die, then we go. You know? If this creep dies, this creep is low, you both get level 2, and you have an advantage. Right? They're level 1. But, you know, they ding level 2 because this creep dies. This is a green creep right here. He's going to die and get them to level 2. And so now, like, you know what I talked about. Power spikes, they're going to have their power spike. You're not going to have yours, and then you're going to run at them. That's, like, the worst possible scenario, right? So, like, if you're here, you're stuck here, you're like, oh, shit, I'm panicking. What do I cut this tree with your Quelly Blade and run that way? You know, tango through. Something. You don't have to fight. But you make the decision to stun it, right? And that's okay. I don't mind that. What I mind is that, like, they hit level 2. You need to see. You need to see that they hit level 2 right as you did this. And immediately you have to say to yourself, oh, okay, we can't do this. We can't fight. Fighting here is certain death. So you just stun him, and then you just fucking walk away. You fucking go this way, you walk through his shit, I don't care, you have a salve. Right? That's why you need a salve every game. Because shit like this is gonna happen, you're gonna make like a decision that is like, it's a bad decision, but it's not obviously a bad decision when you make it. You know, he was still level 1, you stunned him, then he dinged level 2, and you're like, oh, whoops, back up and salve, right? You know, it's like a buffer for those kinds of mistakes. So, you know, you didn't do that. You decide, okay, we're fucking fighting to the death against these two level 2 guys when we're both level 1. And predictably, it goes very well. It doesn't go as bad as it could have gone because Mark gets a nice deny right here. Bam. Very cool. But, you know, that didn't have to happen. Okay? It didn't. Now here, we're getting to the point where we're like, you can see why I call this like a griefing lane, right? This is a lane where they're just gonna stop you farming, basically. You can't do much against it. It's a very hard lane. It should be pretty fucking obvious to you at this point that, like, this is not a lane that's good for me. Like, this lane is very, very difficult. I'm losing a lot of health. Anytime I try to go for a last hit, you know, this is not a good lane. So you gotta be, you're like, I don't know why you go boots. I kind of understand. You're like, oh, they're slowing me. If I don't have boots, they'll just run me down, right? And that's true, but the solution to that in this case, in a case like this where it's like you can't lane at all, is not that I need to outrun them. Because if you outrun them, you don't die, but you don't get shit either. You get nothing. The like thought process you need to be in is, I cannot survive in this lane, even with boots. Boots lets me not die, but I don't get anything out of this lane. So I need to be thinking about what's going to get me to the jungle fastest, right? And it's not boots. Boots does not help you jungle at all. What does help you jungle is either this, Helm of Iron Will, you know, you keep your health high while you're jungling, or Gloves of Haste. Gloves of Haste lets you attack faster. Like, for the amount of gold you spend, that's what increases your jungling speed the fastest, right? Early game. On Wraith King, specifically. Right? But, so I would have said, like, go into this, first item, Helm of Iron Will, rush that shit, and then second item, while you're already jungling, is going to be Gloves of Haste, into your treads, into your armlet, and, you know, go from there. Right? But we don't make that decision, we make the decision to get boots, to run away from them so they can't kill me. Which I would say is like, I mean, if you're not going to go into the jungle and you're going to like commit to this dog shit lane, then yeah, that's probably the best item you could have gotten. But, yeah, like, you just got to recognize these things. Here, Matt is going to become the victim of the ogre being so tanky at low levels. It was a nice idea, too bad our ogre has like this 7 armor, or whatever it is. Yeah, 7 armor. Alright, this is another thing you guys didn't recognize about this lane, right? So, Veno Viper, very much a griefing lane. They're gonna kill you, like, if you give them half a chance. But they do have, like, one little weakness, which is that they have no way to stop a TP, and they have no way to burst you. All their damage is over time. And yeah, they have no way to stop a TP. So, if this kind of situation happens, where you're, like, caught, you have to have it in your head, like, before any of this happens. Like, oh, if things go really badly, TPing out is an option, and there's nothing they can do to stop it, right? So, like, as soon as Mark goes here, there's a mistake. There's too many creeps. This creep's about to die. Everything here is going to hit him. Right, like, what, as soon as this creep dies, close that shit, all this and this, all going to hit him, right? Yeah. So, like, going so far forward here is a mistake. He's going to get slowed, hit by everything, right? That's pretty obvious. It's not worth that deny. I know you wanted to deny. It's not fucking worth it. Right? Here, you could just TP. You just TP. You're not running away. Like, running away is not an option for you at this point. You have to TP immediately as soon as you get caught. Like, it has to be in your head before this even happens. Right? And Matt, same thing. Like the going in and stunning is fine. I don't mind that. The sticking around to deny him is I mean, it's a cute idea. He's your support, dude. Fuck him. Leave. It's more important that you don't die than he gets denied. Okay? Fucking support. And, like, here, TPing is what you should be doing. Like, I know it's like, oh, I'm really low. I'm probably not going to get the TP. If you run away, you're just dead anyway. You're 100% dead anyway. You can't outrun this. So, you know, you gotta take the play that might work, even if the odds of it working aren't great. At least it's higher than the other play, which is also not great odds. So, you know, that's that. So the nice thing about this lane, I have to tell you, I have to tell you guys this because it might seem like, it might seem to you guys like this lane is going really, really badly, and it's going badly, but it's not going that bad because these two guys are not very good. Okay, how do I know they're not very good? I looked over here, right? Look at the last hits. He has 7 last hits. By the way, the Veno is farming this lane for some reason. I don't know. This is a support Viper. Yeah, he has 7 last hits. Okay, Matt, under all this pressure, missing half his last hits, because he's Matt, has 6 last hits. Fucking TP sound. Right? So like they're not that good, and that's like your saving grace in this lane, is that they're not that good. So even though they're killing you and getting gold that way, they're not doing that much with it. Or not that they're not getting as much as they could, because a good Venom and Viper would be killing you and getting a bunch of last hits. They'd be at like 15, 20 last hits by now. But they're not. They're too busy. They're too focused on killing you. So that's what you got going for you here. Gonna miss this last hit. Very painful. Every fucking last hit matters, dude. You gotta get every single one, because you need something to help you survive this lane. Oof. Oof. Oh. Look at all these last hits you're missing to chase a Veno for no reason. Like, stun him and leave him, dude. Look at this. Look at this. No, the deny. Why are you fighting this guy? You can't kill him. You can't do it. It's not happening. Why? Why? It's so bad. You missed so many last hits to try that, dude. It's not. If you want to go for this kill, right? If you're like, oh, we can kill the Veno here, right? Because Mark is coming behind him and all that. You don't go now. You do not. You get these last hits, for God's sake. Okay. Like right here, Mark is coming. He's on his way, right? He's far. He's fucking all the way over here, all right? You stun him. I don't know why you stunned him that early, but like it's fine. You could have gotten all these last hits. Then Mark can come in and start the thing because he's behind him. Then you go in, right? Because you went on him so early, he's already running away before Mark's even close. And so he gets away. Okay, now you can't fight. You're getting griefed out of your lane because it's a Veno and a Viper. Alright, I don't know what the fuck you're doing buying this. Gloves of Haste. Why are you buying Gloves of Haste? I told you it's a good jungling item, and it's true, it is a good jungling item, but you're not jungling. You're in your lane. Okay? And what's happening in this lane? Does attack speed, this makes you hit faster. Does hitting faster help you in this lane at all? Well, your biggest problem is you're just getting griefed by their, like, harass? No, it doesn't. You know, Belt of Strength, 6 Strength gives you a bit more health. That helps you. It doesn't help you that much, granted, but it helps you more than a Gloves of Haste. Okay, so this is like, you know, this is a mistake. Don't buy this first, buy this first. You shouldn't be buying treads at this point at all. By the way, you should be buying, you know, jungling items. But you go treads, buy this thing first. Think about what these items do for you. Think about what your gold is doing for you when you spend it. You know, it should be pretty obvious that in a lane like this, where I can't really, you know, we can't really fight them, I just have to get what last hits I can and survive the harass. Health and damage is better than attack speed. Okay? So that's fine. So let's continue. Now, once again, in a lane like this is the point where they're starting to become like, they can just run, yeah, again, TP, right? You got 2 mangoes, you got a TP. This is the point where you should notice, like, they can just run us down, right? We're 2 melee heroes against Venom Viper, and they're just running you down. It should be pretty fucking obvious at this point that this lane is not a viable lane for you guys, right? And this is when you should be thinking about just leaving the lane. Like, why are you still here? What are you getting out of this lane? You have 12 last hits, okay? You're getting nothing out of this lane. And I don't blame you for getting nothing out of this lane. It's a very toxic lane. I blame you for, like, staying in this lane after it becomes very obvious that you're not getting anything, okay? The point of the laning phase, okay, it's not to be in your lane, okay? It's I don't know how to put this, right? Laning is a means to an end, right? This is the end. The end is here, the Ancient, right? You want to kill this Ancient. You need to get golden experience that'll help you kill this Ancient. You're not going to bottom lane just because, you know, this is the lane, I'm bottom, I have to be in bottom lane. You're going here because usually this is the best way to get golden experience in the early game, right? You go to a lane, you last hit creeps, you maybe kill the opposing heroes, whatever, that gets you gold, that gets you experience. That's the best way to get gold and experience. Now, sometimes that's not true. Like in this case, you cannot get shit out of this lane. Once like these guys level 3, level 4, you can't, like you can't. You get nothing out of this lane, right? So you have to realize, as the carry, I'm not getting anything out of this lane. I cannot get anything out of this lane. I need to leave this lane. The best way for me to get golden experience, to get to the Ancient, is to go into the jungle right now. Okay, now you might say, well, do I just leave them to have free farm? Yes, absolutely. Fucking leave them to have free farm. It is more important for you, as the carry, to get your golden experience, even if it's like suboptimal, even if you have to jungle early. It's better than being here and getting nothing, right? What should be happening right here is you should have had, instead of boots and this, right? You'll notice that's about the same price as this thing, Helm of Iron Will. You should have this. You should say, all right, I got my jungling item. All right, I'm gonna leave this lane. I'm gonna go in the jungle. I'm gonna go very deep in the jungle because, you know, if I stay right here, they can still kill me. So I'm gonna go like here, 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 whatever. Maybe even here if they're like chasing me down in the jungle. I might run here, and I'm gonna get my farm that way. And I'm gonna tell my support, all right, Mark, your job is to just like survive in this lane as best as you can. You're gonna hide in the trees, down. You're gonna hide down here somewhere. You're gonna use your W maybe to like push the waves out. You're just trying to leave this tower alive as long as possible without dying, right? So you're gonna stand back. You're gonna soak experience. You're not gonna get last hits because it's a Venom and a Viper. If you try to go for a last hit, you're gonna die. Your job is only to protect this tower as long as you possibly can without feeding. If that means you get 0 last hits, fine. You get 0 last hits. Just, you know, nuke the wave from fog, from high, like where they can't get to you, where they can't reach you down here. Push the wave out. Protect this tower as best as you can. Meanwhile, your carry is jungling. That's what should be happening right here, okay? Now again, like, he's just running at you. There's nothing you can do. You should recognize, you should, like, in your head, you should be saying, like, this lane is fucking atrocious. This lane sucks. I don't want to be in this lane. I want to be somewhere else. You don't just stay here because, oh, I don't want to lose my lane. I don't want to lose bottom. My team will be mad at me. Fuck your team, alright? You're the fucking carry. You are the carry. This is not about your team. It's about you, okay? Look at how Richard plays mid. Super selfish, right? He's just sitting here. You're getting dove. He doesn't give a fuck. Now, I'm not saying that's good. He probably should have helped you out a little. But, like, the mentality is you know, closer to being right than your mentality is. Not right, but closer. This, by the way, would probably be like if your sniper TP's in fog and like helps you out a little. Maybe it's a double kill, but we're getting sidetracked. I'm not worried about Richard right now. I'm worried about you. Okay. So again, you got your gloves, you got your gloves, you got your boots. Last hitting here is kind of okay because there's nobody here. But as soon as somebody shows up, like, you need to get the fuck out. You don't have a TP anymore because you use it. It's on cooldown even if you had another one. Like, this is super, super dangerous because they can just run you down as they have been doing, as they've demonstrated to you. And you get, like, look how little you're getting out of this lane, dude. You get 18 last hits, which, by the way, you're keeping up with the Veno, which is why I said he's not a very good player. Right, if you look at mid, these guys each have 50 last hits, safe lane, 35. You know, I'd say about 40, 45 is what, like, this Veno should have if he's a good player, considering how well this lane's going for him. But, you know, whatever, he's not very good. No, I don't know why you're chasing this. You have no way to catch him. Like, look at all these last hits you're missing while you're chasing this guy across the map, okay? Look at all this. Okay, let's get this. Let's get this. Was that worth it? Even if you killed him. Let's say you killed him. Is that worth it? Probably not. And you didn't kill him. It's like, it's a percentage chance that you're going to kill him versus a 100% chance that there are creeps here that you can... Okay, that you can last it in theory, right? So I don't know why we're still here. I don't know why this is like a laning phase that's taking place at our tier 2. Okay, this should be like not... You should have been in the jungle 5 minutes ago, alright? I don't know what else to tell you. You're lucky that these guys suck. This guy has a interesting build going on, and yeah, that's just like... Imagine if these were good players. These are not good players. Oh, you got the TP thing down. Good job. Bit late, I guess, but the idea was there. Actually, take a look at that again. Alright, what happens here? Let's see. Qs you. This is when you TP, right there. As soon as you see that ult, you're like, okay, I'm gonna die. This ult is gonna kill me plus the poison. I need to go to base. Right? There's no point. Like, you TP, I guess, when the Viper shows up. That's too late. That's way too late. Anyway, that's the laning phase for you. A lot of problems. A lot of problems. They're mostly... Okay, I don't want to say that. They're half execution problems with the last hitting and half, like, mentality problems. Like, your thought process is wrong. Alright? You don't go bottom because you are bottom and it is your job to be bottom. Your job is to get farm, to get gold. Being bottom is usually the best way to do that, but when it's not the best way to do that, then don't go bottom. Or, like, leave bottom once it's, like, out of your hands. You know what I mean? Once there's nothing you can do in this lane, no way to get farm, just leave. Just leave. There's no reason to be here. You just need your item that helps you jungle. You're luckily a Wraith King. You have lifesteal for free. You're like one of those heroes who can jungle early, sort of okay. Just do it. Take advantage of that. You have that option to take advantage of. Why not take advantage of it? Okay? So that's that. The support Venom was here. The fuck is this? Wait. Boots? Did he go Boots of Travel first? What the fuck? This guy rushed to Boots of Travel on a support Viper. What the fuck is this? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. This guy disassembled his boots. He's a good player. Yeah, Radiance AC, pretty standard. Is it? What the fuck? The fuck am I looking at? Holy Locket, Urn, Falcon Blade? What? With Tranquil... What? Huh? You guys lost to this? But, fine, whatever. The fuck did he just ult? You guys lost to this.